Good afternoon. You're on the air.
Hi. I just wanted to call in. I don't know you were mentioning about Lisa Ruggiero bringing up the flag last night. So I was at the city council meeting, and I just want to say she didn't necessarily bring up the flag out of nowhere. She was specifically asked about it because of the complaint that was written. So, well, I just would say because the way it kind of started off, he said, well, she brought it up. Well, she brought it up only because she was asked about it. She didn't bring it up out of nowhere. So I know. Somebody came, said something to her. Apparently it was taken down for some reason. Well, it was a complaint from like a city resident who emailed, I think, the new city manager, and then the city manager asked her specifically.
Maybe it's a Russian plant. It could be more Russian stuff.
Oh goodness, I think that people just don't have enough things to do with their life, so they got to find something to complain about.
Well, I've seen it up there. It's been up there for quite a while. I think I would leave the political statements off city property. And I know exactly and I know the woman who does it, wonderful woman. But I don't think that's the place for it in retrospect. And I think we've got to get some rules on all of this and go from there.
And I think that's what sounds like. That's kind of what had happened. Is like it was somebody put the complaint in, and then basically the city reviewed their bylaws with it, and then they're like, yeah, we need to take this down. And then people complained that it got taken down, and then I think that's where Lisa got.
Well, maybe a nice discussion between get the mayor and the manager and have a discussion with because it is city property and how it's decorated matters. And would you want me making the decisions on what goes on there if I want to put Trump signs up on it? No, you wouldn't want that. So
I will say, did you hear we're going to get a city flag?
Oh, we are?
Yeah, it got brought up last night at the city council meeting. Cliff only suggested the city make its own flag, and I believe they're in agreement with that. So.
Maybe we could get some ideas from people in local schools or something like that when they're not studying gender dysphoria. I think that'd be a good idea.
I will say I do like that idea. I know that they brought up just having I'm not sure, just a general sign designer from the city do it, but I like that idea about having like the city kids or somebody do it. Yeah,
and of course you got the city seal. You could just put that on a flag, and
I think that's what Cliff only has.
I would think so, and then you could use that third flagpole for that, and stop putting the novelty flags up.
That's exactly what they brought up last night.
But here's the problem. You say, well, I don't want the Palestinian flag, and I don't want the Russian flag, and I don't like this country because they're whatever they are. And then, what's going to happen in June? They're going to want to put the pride flag up, and that causes consternation. Why wouldn't you allow the Irish flag, but you'll put that up? Well, one's a nation and one's a political statement, but it's just endless fights. I remember we started to change the color lighting in the clock in the tower. And, I think there was some green put up for St. Patty's Day. Then all of a sudden somebody wants, they wanted purple for colorectal cancer day or something. I mean, geez, come on. You can't accommodate. It's a clock. It should be white. And same thing with the flags. Leave it with the municipalities, the state, and the federal flag, and go with that. I don't even like those. And again, I'm going to say something that's going to, get some people mad, putting the POW flag up and all that. Just put the American flag up. We're Americans, by God.
Well, like I said, we get...
Now, how about we we could put over on that island you're talking about, what would look nice there is a nice big flagpole with an American flag, and then maybe the volunteers could help do the landscaping with the flowers and everything. Put an American flag there.
That is true. That is true.
Okay, I don't mean to yell at you. I'm just.
No, I don't take it like that at all. Like I said, I didn't. I mean, obviously everyone has their own things that they get upset about. I mean, I think whatever the lady does in the center, like she's done a nice job with it.
And it's been a great donation, but I mean, maybe it's time just to look at that and say, let's put a flagpole there.
Yeah, that is true. I do know over on the corner of Thompson and Gotham, I believe they're kind of doing something similar.
Oh, yeah, that's a beautiful little triangle, too, yeah. Yeah, that'd be a nice spot for something. And it doesn't have to always be a memorial to somebody or, this or that. Just something nice that commemorates the fact that we're Americans, by God.
Well, then you'll have people upset that we're flying the American flag. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, no, some people would be because, we got a lot of people now who don't like this country, and a lot of them are in Congress. All of the squad and a lot of the rest of them. The people who are trying to take away our right to vote. Did you see the left getting all over the Supreme Court yesterday? I mean,
I actually did not, to be honest. I was paying more attention.
Oh my God, who's the jerk who's on Channel 7 at 11:30 at night? Colbert. Yeah, he says the Supreme Court should be dissolved. His show should be taken off the air. I don't know who the GM is down at Channel 7. Take that garbage off the air.
Well, I guess between
I'm going to get called into the office over that, probably.
That's okay. Honestly, my main news source is News Junkie and whatever 7 News decides to put up on 7 News decides to put up on their website without having to do subscription. So.
Okay, well that's great. I'm sure they like it down there at Channel 7 that you like them. So that's good.
No, I mean, like I said, I like.
I get some news from Channel 7. I give news to Channel. You know how many news tips I give to John Moore? I just gave him one yesterday. Just try to fill him in on some things. It's, not that he's not a good reporter, but sometimes I tell John, I give John my news tips because I don't have anybody else there I can talk to other than maybe a Beth Hall, but she's a weather person. So I don't think anybody else cares for me. So I always give my news tips to John.
Have you watched any of the new stuff by Nick DeFerris by chance on? I think it's ABC 50 that he's on.
Who?
Nick DeFerris. He's a local guy, but he's actually been putting out some nice stuff if you get a chance to look at it. I don't know what it's on, but
Channel 50, they have some nice things in that NBC station. They have some nice features like one Glenn did on the Strand on Franklin Street and other things. Because I watched the Today Show.
Yeah.
Big fan of Hoda,
Oh. Well, I'll let you on, but like I said, if you
right.
check out Nick DeFerris' stuff, just because he is doing a lot of.
He's related to the Crystal people?
Yep, he is. He's doing some stuff with like local stories, like the local legends.
Oh, great!
Local stories and
sounds
like
wonderful.
That. So yeah, he does a very good job with it. I'm actually very impressed.
Answer me this: that thing on the square, on the east end of the square, there's supposed to be a sculpture there. There's just been a wooden box. What the heck is that the sculpture?
I don't think so. I think last time I heard anything about it, it's behind schedule. I thought that they said it was supposed to be done possibly either by the summer or maybe by the
that was last summer.
Year, but yeah.
I mean, what's under the box? Is that just the where it gets mounted? I don't know what's under the box.
That I do not know.
Yeah.
It'll be a big surprise. They can release it at the eclipse.
Well, geez, I guess so. So what are you doing for the eclipse?
I won't be here.
My God,
I'll actually be out on the West Coast. You know what? I didn't plan it that way. It just kind of happened to be that way.
What are you doing out there?
I'm bummed about it. Visiting family.
Oh, L.A. or Frisco or?
Vegas.
Vegas. No.
Yeah.
I was born in California, but that's the last time I was there.
Oh, you go back every summer. No, I'm just...
Not to California. I wish I could, yeah, but I'm scared of all the weirdos out there. Oh, I don't know.
I went to California for the first time a few years ago, and I was very disappointed in it.
Oh, what didn't you like?
The smell. It smelled. We went to Los Angeles, and I was like, they were not joking. It smells like urine and drugs.
What?
And I think for the first time in my grown adult life, I was scared to get out of the vehicle.
Really?
Oh yeah, it was.
So Los Angeles smells like urine, huh?
Oh, I mean that's my personal observation.
Yeah.
I was not a fan of it, and I always wanted to go to California, and I went there.
Were people taking like a dump on the sidewalks, like in Frisco?
I didn't see anything. I did get to see some of the stars on the sidewalk, the walking
Oh, okay.
stars. Well,
what about, you always see these sidewalks full of like homemade tents and things that for the homeless. Did you see that?
That I did see, yes. There was lots and lots of tent cities.
Jeez.
And just abandoned vehicles, the people living in the abandoned vehicles now. It's like,
wow.
Like they were not joking about this.
Yeah. So, no Los Angeles for you in the future, huh?
Nope. I do not intend to go back. I wouldn't mind checking out Northern California, but Los Angeles, I had my fill. I got to see the Hollywood sign. I got to see a few of the famous stars, like I said, the Ozzy Osbourne star and stuff, and Marilyn Monroe, and I was happy to see that, and I left. That's
in front of that Chinese theater or something, or?
I believe it was in front of a theater, to be honest. We were just kind of passing through, and I had to stop and go use the restroom, and it was just like, hey, there's no place to park.
Well, I'm glad you used the restroom. You used the restroom, so you weren't contributing to the problem there.
Correct.
All right. Well, thank you, ma'am, for your input. You've been a pleasure to talk to here.
Oh, your show's always fun to listen to.
Okay, thank you. Bye now.
All right. Bye.
All right, we need more callers like that. People who have something interesting to say, and they're nice people. And I'll be back with more in a moment.